I'd like to bring to order the meeting of the Finance Committee of the New York City Municipal Water Finance Authority and ask Deborah to do a roll call.
Melanie Hartzell.
Alan Andrews from Melanie Hartzell.
Max Von Hollen.
Here.
Basil Segos.
Robert Elburn for Commissioner Segos.
Jack Sheehan.
Jackie Gold for Jack Sheehan.
Vincent Sapienza.
Joe Murin for Vincent Sapienza.
Mark Shaw.
Yes.
We have one.
Okay, item number one is we need a motion and a second for the approval of the minutes of the meeting of June 26. A motion?
So moved.
A
Second.
second, okay. The minutes have been circulated for the committee's review. Any changes or comments? Any opposition to approving the resolution? Not hearing any, it's adopted. Item number two is a motion and a second for a recommendation to the board by the Finance Committee for approval of Supplemental Resolution 137, authorizing the issuance of the fiscal 2019 Series AA Water and Sewer System second general resolution revenue bonds. So a motion and a second, and then we'll have Olga explain what we're doing.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. I think I'll just let Olga go right into it.
So we're asking your approval for issuance 300 million of refunded bonds. We will be refunding some of the outstanding variable rate bonds of the authority. The reason we're funding them is they're shorter bonds, and the all-in cost of the bonds currently relative to fix out is reasonably favorable, and then this ultimately allows us to reuse the existing support that RBC is providing on these shorter variable rate bonds to longer new money variable rate bonds will be issuing in September. So it's kind of reusing bank support from one set of bonds to another set of bonds, and to do that, we like to fix them out. So that's a 300 million deal. We specified not to exceed TIC at 4%, but we expect the actual rate to be closer to 2.25%. RBC will be senior managing this transaction. This is in recognition of the overall support of the authority's variable rate program. We have about 500 million of support from them on various series of variable rate bonds, as well as ongoing coverage, banking coverage of the authority. And we also have two special core senior managers on this transaction, Barclays and Blaylock is MWB firm. We expect to price this deal on August 15 and close it a week late on August 21st. What else? I think that sort of covers the basics. Are there any questions?
So who says nothing ever happens in August in finance? Any opposition to the resolution? I'm not hearing any, it passes. Another resolution, motion and a second, approval of amended second and restated supplemental resolution 48. So we'll, if we get the motion in a second, we'll go through this one a little bit more complicated.
Motion.
Second.
Okay.
This one, this is a new structure for us. We have a large variable rate portfolio. It's over 5 billion, and most of the bonds, all of the bonds currently in that portfolio are traded in public markets. What this will allow, this change will allow, is on two bonds in total, that's 200 million of par. We will be able to convert these two bonds to direct purchase mode. And direct purchase mode basically means that instead of bonds trading in markets, a single issuer, a single investor will be holding the bonds for a period of time. So in this case, it's going to be RBC Capital Markets. They offered us favorable terms, purchase terms, and the other added advantage of the structure is that there is no remarketing risk during the period while this investor is holding security. We retain the same flexible redemption rights, however, so if for some reason we don't like variable rates, we can always call the bonds and convert them to fixed rate mode during any time on monthly basis, essentially. So that's kind of the structure. It's a new structure for us, but other city issuers such as TFA, Transitional Finance Authority, they're very familiar with the structure and they've done it and it works well for them.
So just one comment, I mean, we're always, both on the city side or the water side, looking at the best, the most cost-effective way to achieve the variable rate, whether it's VRDBs or direct placement to a single firm, a single bank. So this is the Water Authority getting into that business. Any other questions? Any opposition to the resolution? Not hearing any, it's adopted. Any further business? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Any objection? Okay.